Well, this is going to be probably, it may be the last or one of the last videos I do, because as we know, the Wi-Fi is being shut down for the DS. Nintendo is killing the DS system, of course. I mean the 3DS and 2DS, I guess. Killing it by shutting down the Wi-Fi. So, I just been on Ice Station Z here, and surprisingly there's been an active server. There's a couple other people in the server right now. What I was doing earlier, there was like 7 people in the server, but earlier I was just driving around. There's not much to do in the game. Single player is pointless. Once you get established, there's nothing to do. So multiplayer is the only thing where it's at, so once that's gone, this game is gone forever, basically. But what I was doing, there's a, I don't know if it's like a Bobcat or some vehicle by the church that will spawn. It was there, and I had some fuel, and I was just driving it around, and I was sniping some people. This one woman, Jenna Talia, I was sniping her, and she kept saying, "Who's shooting me? Who's shooting me?" And then even she admitted herself, there were some other people in the server at the time that left now, even she admitted that she was like hacking, and then there was other people in the server that were hacking. Some guy was flying and had 200,000 health, and some guy had 200 health. Like come on people. And this guy right here, Goku, he's hacking, because this is already red flag right here. You can see his name anywhere in the map. He's flying around. He can fly. He has, I'm sure, infinite health. He's like flying vehicles in the sky. I've heard him. And he can warp around the map. Like, come on, people. I told this guy, "Why do you hack in a dead game?" He says, "Well, I've been doing it for years." I told him it's a waste of time. He says, "Yeah, it is." Okay, so why are you wasting your time hacking in a dead game? Oh my god, people. And these people are trying to say, team up and kill this guy. And I said he's a hacker, you can't kill him, but they're gonna try, I guess. And there was another stupid thing. There was a couple other people in the server. I guess they know each other. And I was driving around in a Bobcat around Gray Base, which is basically the only place in the entire game where there's any activity. Everybody goes to Gray Base, and that's it. Everywhere else is dead. And I was driving around and occasionally sniping people, and I kept shooting and shooting and shooting, and nobody would die. And there's people that looked like they had no armor on, and they would still not die. So there's everybody hacking. Just ridiculous. Like, for me, hacking, it ruins any challenge in the game. I remember doing that in Minecraft, where, say, you hack in Minecraft, you're in survival, and then you end up hacking, okay? Well, it's not really survival anymore, and there's no challenge, and the entire point of playing the game is to have a challenge, have something to live for, you know, fight enemies and stuff, and when you hack, or, you know, strive for resources, and when you hack, it's gone. And that's what people do in this dead game. People have so much time in their hands, they hack in a dead game. But I was driving around, and then people had accused this woman, some other people on the server had accused this woman, Jenna Talia. They said, "Who's in the truck? Who's driving around?" And then they said, "Oh, they thought it was me." And then they said, "No, it's Jenna. Oh, let's blacklist her." And then 2 guys blacklisted her, which is, you can hit this on this symbol by their name, and it will block them. So if you try to join a server with them in it, you can't join that server. So they did. 2 people did it. They left, and then she come back. She left, and then she come back. She said, "Oh, they blacklisted me." I told her, it doesn't do any good. The Wi-Fi is getting shut off soon. It doesn't solve any problems. You know, it's just dumb. Why? Why would you do that? Well, they didn't. Well, I guess why is because they didn't like it. They didn't like that someone was driving around in a truck around Gray Base and trying to have fun, trying to rile up some people. They didn't like that, so they blacklisted her, and they thought it was her, which was actually me, but they thought it was this one other woman, Jenna, and they blacklisted her. Oh my god. Come on, people. The stupidity in this game. These people that play this are so dumb. Like, I remember I used to have a bunch of people on my blacklist. There's probably, I could check the list here. Oh yeah. Noxy, that's a hacker. I remember that guy, even from all this time later. A lot of these people I don't really recognize. Yeah, C4T, I made a video on that guy. He's a hacker. Even one guy is named Hacker. Wow, look at all these freaking people C4T again. Look at all these people that I put on my list. I'm sure every one of these did something. Every but one of these was a hacker, or they did something stupid to piss me off. Like, there was some guy on here earlier that was just accusing people of sexual... Well, not really accusing. He was just asking, do you want to see my dick? I don't know, sexual stuff. And then he said, oh no, I'm actually a girl. I want a boyfriend. Do you have Instagram? Give me your Instagram. And then people said, no, get out of here. And they left. Like, seriously? Yeah, I'm sure every one of these people did something. They were a hacker, or they... I don't know. It just... Look at this. Look at all these people. That's how much I played this game. I got my whole list is full. That's all these people that I've done over the years. And wow, and the server died. I'm just sitting here and the server died. Game crashed. Okay. I was here too. I had the Bobcat that I was driving. I had it parked outside this house here. This is by the... I guess that's a submarine over there. I had it parked outside the house. I went over to the submarine. I came back. It was gone. So I think that was either a bug or the hacker took it away. But I think it was a bug. Either one of those just disappeared. Like, wow, that game is broken. The vehicle you were just driving, I just put a half full of tank of gas. Disappeared. Like, come on. That's so broken. And now the server just died. Okay, so I have to game the system here. And the way you game the system is you leave without saving, and then you get to keep your profile. It's pretty bad you have to game the system, but that's what you gotta do here. That's the only form of anything I've ever done. I've never hacked, no desire, no time. There's one server, let's see if anybody blocked me. Yep, someone blocked me. Come on, people. Come on. So there's only 3 people in this server, and because one of them in there put me on their block list, and they blacklisted me because they didn't like me driving around, they didn't like me trying to shoot someone, just because of that, I can't join the server, and it's the only server online right now. 3 people in there, and one of them blocked me. Come on, people. Wow, this game is... Like, I don't know, I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say after all these years. The developer, I see he posts on his YouTube channel, he's making a new game called Battleminerz Giants for the Nintendo Switch. You just, of course, take the Battleminerz name, carry it over again. But instead of keeping up with the old game, abandon it and go to a new one. But I guess, of course, now you're kind of forcing... Nintendo is forcing everybody to abandon this because they're shutting down the Wi-Fi. But there was years and years where things were still fine, and the dev abandoned it, and this is what we have. This is what we are left with, people. Is a game that's going to be permanently dead forever. That was kind of fun at one time. I remember that when I first played it. That was for like a week. It was real fun, you know. Getting established. Maybe I'll show too. I don't know, I gotta do a local server because I can't even join the one server that's online. But like, look at my inventory here. Whoops. Like all this crap, that ammo and all that stuff, I never even got that legit. That was some hacker dropped it on the ground, and I just picked it up and then saved. All that stuff, that's all hacked. It's not even legit. It would take you forever to get that much ammo. That's another thing in this game that I didn't like, is at night, you're screwed. Look at how dark this is, people. Like, I gotta play this in a completely dark room in order to see anything, which I am right now. But there's no... the only light you have is the flashlight, and then when you have that, your battery drains faster. So, I think when you put them both on... yeah, when you put the flashlight on and the map, then your battery drains 3 times as fast. So, there's no lighting for the night. In the night, a lot of times, too, you just can't do anything. You're just sitting here if you're in a server. Of course, eventually here in, what is it, 2 weeks or whatever, I don't know, we're not going to be able to do anything at all. It's going to be all done because of Nintendo. That's another reason why. I remember I had gotten a Switch for Christmas quite a few years back, and then that was right at the same time I got I guess an eShop card, and I bought this game, and I was having a lot of fun with this game for the first week or 2 or whatever. And I never opened that Switch, and it ended up getting returned, and I have no regrets, because, you know, spending $400 is a little cheaper now, all these years later. At the time, it was $400 for a Switch, and that was a lot of money, I felt, for that, and I wasn't interested in switching to a new console again. That's another thing that they do. Upgrade the console, make you buy a new one, spend money on a new one, can't keep the old one forever. But I refused to do that, and that was just what I just decided to do. I have no regrets. Maybe I'll go try and join that server again. See if someone in there still blocked me. There's 4 people in the server, and I can't join it. Wow. It'd be a little different, you know, if there was 20 servers online and they were all full and you had plenty to pick from. But here, there's 1, and that is it. On the entire internet, there's 1 server. And I can't go in it because someone didn't like me driving around. Wow. What you know, what even is that? What even is that design? You know, that's not a solution. That's what I told the other woman in the server, Genitalia. I told her that she said she was gonna blacklist the hacker, Goku. I told her that's not a solution to anything. She says, you're right. Because it ain't. Will you blacklist someone? What does it do? Okay? If you try to join a server that you blacklist, if they're in there, that's another thing too. It backfires both ways. So if that person that you blacklisted, if they're in a server or they host a server, you can't join it. And then if you're in a server, they can't join it. So you're cutting yourself off from all these opportunities to play. It's not a good system at all. But, I don't know, that's what the dev came up with. But maybe I'll check Battleminerz Z. Just because I'm here. This game has been even deader than Ice Station Z. It always was, from what I found, even when I last played it, I don't know, 2 years ago. It was always deader than Ice Station Z, but you could find someone on it. Wow, nobody. This I liked a lot better than Ice Station because it was just the battle, mainly, is the only thing I'd play. The soundtrack on this is really good. The gameplay is fun. When you have a lot of people in the server, I remember having packed servers. It was sure hard to get a packed server, but when you did, man, was it fun. And I was really good at the guns and the aiming. It takes some skill to actually do it in this game. Being on the 3DS, and the controls are different than, you know, way different than a computer or any other thing else. So it actually took some skill to aim and get shots and kill people. And it was really fun. When a server was full, on the rare occasion it was, and I got the world record for most kills in one of these rounds. In a 5-minute battle round, I got the world record for most kills. I think it was like, I wrote it down on a site, it was like 57, I think? 57 in 5 minutes. So if you average it out, it's like 1 kill every less than 5 seconds. So it was extremely good. That's how good I was at the game. But this was really a good game. Of course, this is another one where single player is absolutely pointless. You know, you can build a little bit, but there's some zombies, some interesting zombies, but you survive them. It's not hard at all to survive them, and there's nothing else to do. So the single player is dead. Multiplayer, this is the only thing I ever did. I did a lot of building in one world too. That was fun. It's, you know, a little fun to make a town or something. Kind of limited in what you can do, but this was mainly what I played all the time, was the battle mode here. This soundtrack is really good. It sounds like it's an actual band that made this or something. I don't think it was, but it's really well done on the soundtrack for this. I will say that, and it was really fun, and I would highly rate this game if it was just the dev kept up with it or something, and the servers were. Another thing too, like in Fistful of Frags, if they had added bots or something in this game, maybe not Ice Station as much, but in this game, if they had added bots where you could play in a battle mode like this and just kill bots, hell yeah, I would do that. That'd be fun. It'd be fun to get kills. But of course the dev abandoned it and never added that, never changed much, never updated much. The dev abandoned it all. So that never happened, but I might sit here just for a long time and see if anyone joined. I did this I don't know, a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago. I think over several hours I had maybe a couple people join, but nobody stayed very long, and I never even got to play around. So this one is for sure 9 out of 10 nails are in the coffin for this one, and then at Ice Station's got like 5 out of 10 nails in the coffin so far before the Wi-Fi ends here. But I just want to do another potentially final video on these two games. Sad ending for both of them, due to multiple factors, due to Nintendo and due to the devs and due to the player base. Another thing, like I mentioned previously, the player base, it's just like in Fistful. Okay, someone's harassing you, someone's hacking. What do you have for recourse? Well, you can block them. Okay, that's it. There is no other thing you can do for recourse. All you can do is block them. Okay, and if you block them, of course, you can't join the server they're in, and they can't join your server. And if there's only one server, you're screwed. So there's no recourse for people like that. Another major flaw. Not so much in this game, but especially in Ice Station. God, like my list was full there. 100 people I had blocked. It was so bad in that game sometimes.